The other question we want to look at now is 2008. They presented a question in graphical form. The question reads, the table below shows the readings obtained when a wire of length, that means this is the original length, 2.23 meters, and diameter of 0.71 millimeters, fixed at one end, is stretched by suspending masses at the other end. There were a lot of masses, and those masses now we are converted now to weight. According to them, they said the weight figures for different weights were 2024 on to 16. The scale readings also range. The values for the scale reading start from 2.8 on to 8.1. The extension was 0.0 at the initial point. If you can recall, I said there is no extension when there is no weight. The moment there is no weight, no extension. Roman number 1 says copy and complete the table. That means the only areas we are to complete here are the values for the extension here. These are the figures that we are to compute. After that, we plot a graph of weight on the vertical axis against extension on the horizontal. From there, from the graph, you determine the value for the Young's modulus. We can do that by simply converting this now to vertical form. Have in mind we are in horizontal rule this way. We are now going to write there in vertical form, this column way. Now, I explained some basic concept. Basic concept we are explained that day. That when you want to get the extension, let us say you want to get this extension here. We say for you to get this extension, it will be the scale reading against the extension here, which is 2.8, minus the scale reading above it. So 2.8 minus 2.1 will be something like 1. Whatever you get, this minus this plus the figure at the top here. 3.8 minus 2.8 is 1. 1 plus 0.00 will be 1.00. When you come here, if you want to get this figure, it is 4.5 minus 3.8. 4.5 minus 3.8 will give us a figure of 0.7. That 0.7 has to be added to the figure at the top. So if you add 0.7 to 1, it becomes 1.7. When you want to get this column here, it is 5.1 minus 4.5. Any answer you get plus this figure. So 5.1 minus 4.5 will be 0.6 plus the figure at the top here plus 1.7. That is giving us 2.3. When you want to get this other one, it becomes 5.1 minus 5.1, that is 0.6. 0.6 plus 2.3, that becomes 2.9. When you are at this point, it is this value down here minus the value up. When you want to get this particular column now, it is this value here minus this, then plus 2.9. We have 6.3 minus 5.7, 2.3, sorry. When you want to get this column, it is 6.3 minus 5.7, 5.7. Answer is 0.6 plus 2.9 here, plus the 2.9 at the top, that is 3.5. When you want to get this column, it is 6.9 minus 6.3. 6.9 minus 6.3 is 0.6. 0.6 plus 3.5 here, 3.5, it is 4.1. 4.1. When you want to get this figure here, it is 7.5 minus 6.9. 7.5 minus 6.9. Answer is 0.6 plus the 4.1 here. That becomes 4.7. When you want to get this one, it is 8.1 minus 7.5. 8.1 minus 7.5. That will give us 0.6 plus 4.7. Plus 4.7. It will give you 5.3. We have got the extensions, but all the extensions we have calculated are in millimeters. So for them now to be in meters, you convert from millimeter to meter. The only way you can convert millimeters to meter is to divide by 1000. You divide all these figures by 1000. You are going to divide 1 by 1000. You divide 1.7 by 1000, 2.3 by 1000, all of them by 1000. If you don't want to divide these figures by 1000, it's the same as you multiply them by 10 to the power minus 3. Anytime you divide a value by 1000, it's the same as you multiply that value by 10 to the power minus 3. So if you don't want to waste time for divide 0.00 by 1000, we can just say 0.00 times 10 to the power minus 3. That means we have divided it by 1000. 1.0 divided by 1000 is same as 1.0 times 10 to the power minus 3. So all what we are saying, we write all these figures, multiply them by 10 to the power minus 3. 1.7 here, 2.3, the same 2.9 comes here, same 3.5, the same 4.1, the same 4.7, the same 5.3. But you are now seeing times 10 to the power minus 3. That means these figures were divided by 1000. That is how it goes. If you do that, you have answered the first part of the question. The first part of the question says you copy and complete the table. That is what we have done. The second part of the question says you plot a graph of weight